Hey hockey players, Coach Garner here from hockeytraining.com. In this video, I want to talk to you about goal setting for hockey. There's way too many hockey players out there right now who aren't setting proper goals. And I want to talk about why. Why the heck wouldn't you set goals? It's something that's going to dramatically enhance your percentage chance of success. I know that people want to get better at hockey. I know they want to lose fat. I know they want to build muscle. I know they want to get better at puck handling, whatever it's going to be. But none of these things are actually specific. They need to be very specific, and you need to have them be specific so that you can be accountable to them. And when you're accountable to something, you're going to get it done. There's too many hockey athletes out there who kind of just show up to practice and show up to games and then wonder why they aren't becoming a better hockey player. Well, you're not setting goals. You don't have blood in the game. When you want to accomplish something, you've got to get blood in the game. And you don't want to fail yourself. And if you have an accountability partner, which you should, could be somebody on your team, could be your parents, could be your strength and conditioning coach, heck, could be hockeytraining.com. You have an accountability partner that you need to be accountable to. You got blood in the game for yourself and to your partner. So why do we set goals? We set goals because we want to be successful, period. Every successful person you talk to, they got there because of a lot of small goals that they set for themselves. And if you read any business entrepreneurial book, or if you read any kind of biography from professional ice hockey athletes, they set goals for themselves. So you should be doing the same thing so that you can become the best possible version of yourself. And when you're setting goals, like I alluded to previously, they've got to be specific. You can't just say, I want more muscle. What do you mean? What do you mean you want more muscle? Do you want more muscle now? Do you want more muscle in 10 years? How much more muscle? Do you want 80 pounds of more muscle, or do you want 5 pounds? Is it lower body or is it upper body? You got to be specific with it, because the goal of I want more muscle doesn't really mean anything to anybody. It doesn't mean anything to you in that term neither. You can't fail, you can't really succeed. It has nothing tangible to it, and when there's nothing tangible to it, you've got no blood in the game, and that's what this is all about. So when you're setting a goal, New Year's is coming real soon. A lot of you guys are in season right now, but you're going to have your off-season goals. You've got your in-season goals. Maybe you've got your score sheet goals, and you want to get up on there and your goals and assists, whatever it's going to be. You have to be super specific with your goal. So don't just say you want something. You have to be specific about exactly what you want. And in the process, it has to be measurable. You need to find a way in which to measure what you're doing so that you can determine A, if you're on course, or B, if you're off course. For example, let's stay with the muscle building thing. If you want to build muscle, you should have a measurable way in which you are tracking your rate of muscle gain. Ideally, this would be through skin fold calipers or something that's known as a DEXA scan, D-E-X-A, DEXA scan. Any big city's going to have them. A lot of universities and colleges have them. Hospitals have them. You can go get a DEXA scan done for pretty cheap. Or if somebody in your area is actually skilled with skin fold calipers, a lot of trainers aren't, but if somebody has actual skill with skin fold calipers, then they can measure your rate of muscle gain as well. So you can determine if the program you're on is working or not working, or if the nutrition program you're on is working or not working. Because if you're not measuring your specific goal, how do you ever know if you're doing the right things in order to get there? It has to be measurable. And it's measurable not just so you know what you're doing wrong, but let's say you did something crazy right. Let's say you built 10 pounds of muscle faster than you thought you would. Wouldn't you want to know that what you were doing caused such a great result that you got to your goal faster than you thought you would? Well, you only do this by measuring the process. So you've got your workout logs. Hey, this is the workout program I performed, and it worked freaking great because I got a skin fold analysis, and it determined that X equaled Y. Right? You have to find a measurable way in which you can determine what you're doing is correct, no matter what your goal is, period. Your goal also needs a deadline. This is really the trifecta when it comes to setting goals. A deadline, once again, puts blood in the game, because now every decision you make between now and your deadline is going to determine whether or not you're moving closer towards your goal or further away from your goal. If you want to drop body fat and you're deciding, hey, what am I going to do this weekend? Am I going to get a full large pizza, or am I going to stay on my hockey training meal plan? This one decision is going to leave you closer to your goal and therefore making the deadline. The other decision is going to leave you a lot further away from your goal and therefore potentially missing your deadline. It's so powerful. Every decision you make now is going to determine whether you're going to make your deadline or not make your deadline. You can make a game out of it. It's actually very fun. And then when you accomplish it, you feel the absolute best. You really impress yourself and you impress others. And then it becomes no mistake why you're a better hockey player out in the ice, because you're meeting your deadlines, because you're setting goals, you're meeting the deadlines, you're measuring the process. You know, both subjectively and objectively, that you're becoming a better hockey player. And the power of a deadline is something that's just so underutilized by hockey athletes. Think about all the times in life where you accomplished like really big things, okay? Maybe you left a major project at school to the very last minute, or planning a wedding, or getting all of your taxes in by the tax deadline and you waited the very last minute, or whatever it's gonna be. Any of these major life events, anytime we accomplish all those things, they're all associated with a deadline. The wedding, the taxes, your project being due, they're all associated with a deadline. So you're able to get a massive amount of work in such a short period of time because you had blood in the game. There was a deadline. So why don't you use the power of that deadline to make you a better hockey player? Not just school projects, not just taxes. These things are terrible. I shouldn't include weddings in that terrible sentence. I didn't on purpose to save my own butt. But use the power of deadlines to become a better hockey player. Okay? That's how I want you to approach your goals this year. Set them specifically. Make sure you can measure them. And set a hard deadline on yourself. Don't be easy on yourself. Set a hard deadline so it's going to be really tough to get it done. And then have an accountability partner you check in with to make sure that all of your measurements are on track and that you are on track to meet your deadline. And we're doing all this because we want to be the best versions of ourselves and be the best hockey players we can possibly be. Hey guys, sorry about that. My memory card ran out in the camera, but thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, you got a little bit fired up to set some more goals and become a better hockey player, make sure you smash that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. And I've also got a special gift for you. I want you to click on the link below because I've wrote a massive document for you to check out that's going to give you the perfect strategy this year to become a better hockey player. You're going to learn everything that you need to know in order to set goals, create a vision, and accomplish all the things that you set out to accomplish this year. Make sure you click on the link below, and I'm going to shoot you over a PDF that's going to make you a better hockey player. Talk soon.